Welcome to my video. My name is Nita and this is Audrey's Southern Cooking. In today's video, we're going to be making breakfast. We're going to be doing fried ham, fried country ham, ham gravy, and homemade biscuits. So please stay tuned and enjoy this video with me. And at the end of the video, please subscribe to my channel and smash that notification bell so you can be notified every time there's a video released. All right, don't forget your sweet tea. Sit down and watch the video with me. And y'all have a great day. All right, here we go. So essentials you're gonna need, of course, a mixing bowl. You can use, I use Walmart self-rising flour. Now you can use all-purpose flour if you like, but then you need baking soda and some salt. This is just easier for me. Some milk. I am lactose free for the most part, so that's why I'm using this milk. I have my cup of flour. You can use Crisco if you would like to use some shortening. If you want to use butter, which is what I'm going to use today. This is what I'm going to use. You just need a fork. And you're just going to cut this in little small pieces and drop it into your flour. All right. So I just took about 2 tablespoons of butter because I'm just using a cup of flour because I'm not trying to make a huge batch of biscuits. And you're just going to cut this in. If you can see, we're just going to cut this in. Make sure you have a clean countertop, because when we get done with this, we're going to put flour on the counter. All right, so as you see, I've got that cut in pretty well. And now what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead, and I got a handful of flour, just gonna put some on here. Put my bowl back here where you can see. I'm gonna just put a little milk in here and then we're gonna mix it in, and we can always add more milk. Just remember, with any cooking at all, whether it's Southern cooking or whatever cooking, add a little seasoning, add a little milk, because you can always add more. But if you do over, some recipes, you won't be able to take that out. Now, as far as biscuits, if I were to put too much milk, all I have to do is add a little bit more flour. So don't freak out if you go over on your milk and it's too wet. Just add a little flour to it, and you'll be good. I'm hoping I have enough milk. I do. Just want to make sure you get it. It's a little wet. It's clumping together. If you can see that. So then, I'm going to dump it out. Oh, it didn't want to come out, did it? Now it is a little wet. And that's okay, because this is what we can do. Make sure you get your hands in the flour here. And you're just going to mix this flour in so that it's not so wet. Now you could use a rolling pin to roll this out, but as you see, I don't really have a whole lot here. There's no point in that. Just pat it out with your hand. You want to get it, oh, I'd probably go about a ½ inch thick, quarter inch. Got me a little cutting tool here. And you're just gonna put that in the flour. You wanna get your edges flour on it. And it's kind of hard to see, but there is some flour on it. You're gonna put it to the edge of your dough. Just push it in and cut. And do a little twist. Might have to shake it a little bit to get it out. But there's your biscuit. And it's about a ½ inch, maybe And this one's not big enough to cut, so we're going to take all the leftover scraps, roll them together. And pat it out again. If it's not big enough to make 2 biscuits, put it right in the center, cut. I'll show you my pan. Whoops. I got 6 little pretty little biscuits here. We're taking our butter, just cut it down a little bit here. And you're just gonna cut little pieces off, just little pieces, and put them on top of your biscuits. That helps them from drying out on the top. All right, so I've already preheated my oven to 350. So we're gonna put that in the oven. All right, that's gonna sit in the oven and bake for about 7 to 10 minutes. May take a little longer, it may take a little less. But that's what we're gonna get started there. So let's move over to the stove and let's do our ham steak. Oh, it's gonna be good. All right, welcome back. I'm over here at the stove. I have my ham. I'm frying that. After frying it, you're going to have some oil, and that's what you're going to need for your gravy. If you don't have enough oil, if you use bacon grease, you can use bacon grease. You can also use Crisco oil or just some regular canola oil. Something like that would be great. Just to add to it. If you don't have enough of the fat that comes out of it. You want to cook it till it's nice and brown. It's going to take it a few minutes because you have to cook it on like a medium. If you don't cook it on too high, it's just like bacon, it's going to burn. So I'm going to cook this, and we'll come back and we'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll make the gravy. All right. The ham steak is done. Look how pretty and brown that is. Ooh, look how pretty and brown that is. Put it on a plate. Let that drain with a paper towel, just to let it drain a little bit. Set that to the side. I got my pan on. So to pull the smoke out, I'm going to add half a stick of butter. And let that melt. It's going to create smoke, so that's why I have the pan. I left my juices in there. Like my ham juices were in my pan, and I added the butter to that. Now I have a half a cup of flour here. And we're just going to add, actually I have a third of a cup of flour. We're just going to add I'm going to add it all. I mean, I need it all. You're just going to stir this. It's going to make like a paste. I even need a little bit more. And it's going to make it smell like it's burning. Don't worry, it's just the flour. But you're making almost like a roux. And this will come. And you're just going to pour Ooh, look at that. Causing that reaction. And that flour is getting thick. Stir, get all your liquid in. You don't want that flour clumping. Stir it. Spoon. We need to have to add a little salt and pepper, I'm sure. Get you a spoon. Yeah. Add just some salt and some pepper here. I got a little little pepper. More salt. Ooh, you see it's getting thick. But you gotta keep stirring because that flour will get lumpy. Now I'm doing all this on like a medium heat. I'm turning this gravy down now. It is almost done. But the gravy is going to thicken up as it sits. That's just the basics of gravy, of homemade gravy. Look at that pretty brown color though. Look at that pretty brown color. My biscuits already came out of the oven. Let's try this. Now that is good. All right, so let's move over back to the counter and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so I just tried it, but you're gonna see my face. So we're gonna do it again because it's that good. I got my gravy on my biscuit, my fried ham here. But you know better, that's where my mama was here somewhere cooking. Cut me a little piece of ham here. Look at that. Nice and brown on both sides. Now country ham's a little salty. So you don't want your other foods to be too salty because it's gonna be just too much. Now I don't know if you've seen my sweet tea video, but I have some sweet tea here. If you want to drink some coffee, that would be fabulous. I don't put ice in my tea. Now, if I'm going outside and it's hot, I'm gonna put ice in my tea. I didn't put any lemon in it. It's just straight tea, sweet tea. Whew. That's good, whether it's hot or cold. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little something. I'll have the recipes in the bottom in the description. If you liked the video on country ham and ham gravy and biscuits, then please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so that you'll know when my next video comes out. So I will see you next time on Audrey's Southern Cooking. You have a blessed day. Y'all have a good day, y'all.